Hello, Jacob here again. Today, bringing you a look at a game called A Robot Named Fight. So this is a game which came out on the 7th of September 2017, and it is developed by, well, I would say studio, but the developer's name is Matt Bitner Games. So I guess Matt Bitner, is the developer of this. I don't know. This is not a particularly expensive game. It's currently 25% off the launch sale, so it's currently £5.24, but normally it's going to be $6.99, so about $10. And we're going to get into it and explain it, but this is basically a rogue-light kind of metroidvania game. Would be the that's what it is really. Let's get into it, because I played about an hour or so of the game so far, and I've actually been fairly surprised by how much I've been enjoying it, to be honest. So I bought this one just because I kind of saw it on Steam, and I kind of thought, should I do a video on this? And there wasn't really a whole lot else that really kind of interested me. So I kind of gave this one a go, just on a bit of a whim, and it's actually been quite enjoyable actually. So yeah, we'll do a little playthrough here, do a little run. Obviously it's a rogue. I think it's a rogue light. Obviously you do go all the way back to the beginning, and you die. You have to start again. There's a permadeath. So we are playing as this robot, and so there's a little bit of a basic setup, but the story is obviously not particularly important. But basically the setup is that we are playing as this robot here, and this kind of weird alien kind of mass has attacked our kind of city, and these are kind of his minions, these little weird alien things. We have to... Our goal is basically just stop this kind of invasion. And obviously when you die, the robot obviously gets stripped from this scrap heap when you get a new one, which kind of explains the kind of roguelike elements, which I do kind of appreciate that they at least explain why we, why there's kind of a get have another go after we die. So the game is obviously fairly heavily influenced by Metroid, as you can see by the way our character moves. So obviously we jump and we have that kind of rotation, that spin when we jump, which is obviously very Metroid-esque. And the way our character kind of, he has obviously got a cannon on our arm, which you can shoot in kind of 8 directions, shoot up and diagonals, left and right. You can shoot down if we jump, and obviously the diagonals down as well. Using hold the triggers to do that. Just trying to get past this thing. He's actually too late for us to shoot. And yeah, the game plays as you'd expect a kind of Metroidvania game to play. So you you explore the areas, the map, and you can backtrack through the map as well. Let's kill this thing. There we go. As you backtrack, go explore, backtrack, and you get upgrades and abilities as you go along. So obviously this door here, you can't get through. We actually need a rocket launcher to break through this door here. So we have to find the rocket launcher and then kind of come back later to get through there. Although we're probably going to get it soon, because I've noticed that obviously the game is going to split up into areas. So this is obviously the first area, and there's a boss at the end of this area before we move on to the next one. But usually you get at least kind of one upgrade as you go. Yeah, so we just got the explosive bolts. Now our blast now does explosive damage, so that's going to get us through the door. The opening area is usually fairly straightforward. Usually the game gets a bit more interesting after you beat the first boss and get onto the kind of next area, I found. Yeah, the game kind of opens up a little bit more, then you kind of get a little bit more of a chance to explore. So the game will have the game just has little secrets as well you can find sometimes. Sometimes there'll be like a wall you can shoot, and there'll be like a little upgrade in behind it and stuff like that. So there is reason to explore. Let's kill these little things here. How do we get through here? There we go. Okay, so get through there. Kill these things. We're probably not too far from the boss right here. Probably getting pretty close. There's actually quite a lot of items in the game as well, so you kind of get. I've got quite a few different upgrades playing through so far. Obviously, you can get health upgrades. Obviously, in the top left there, you can see we've got a health and an energy bar. Obviously, the health is kind of fairly self-explanatory. But the energy bar, you kind of use certain kind of weapons you get later on, which use energy. So, as a flamethrower, that I got on a previous playthrough. And to use that, you have to use the energy. And there is a rocket launcher as well, which I got, which uses energy as well. And obviously, you can upgrade those to make the bars bigger. So this is our first boss. I fought this thing before. It shouldn't be too hard for us to beat. The rockets actually do quite a lot of damage to enemies. I'm going to jump over here. There we go. So quite straightforward, this sort of fight here. Oh, ah! Now he's dead. So that's the boss defeated. Now we move on to the next area. Pretty straightforward, like I said, but we'll get a bit more interesting as we go. Oh, there's actually a little secret there by accident, as you can see in the wall. Oh, shit. Now, you probably noticed there that I picked up what looked like ammunition from that enemy there. Now that's actually currency. You can see next to our health and energy bars, we've got those kind of 4 little symbols. Those are actually currency. So later on, we can actually find a merchant we can actually trade those resources to kind of craft extra items. Alright, so we can't actually do anything here. Presumably that there's some item we can get later which will let us explore this area, maybe? Or maybe we just go from the top down, I don't know. We can't really go that way yet, so we're going to go back this way, the way we came. I'm just waiting to kind of get to the bit more of an interesting area, because obviously, like I said, the early area is a bit not that interesting. I said this is where the game gets a bit more interesting, is when you get to this kind of weird kind of cave area. And we can actually go back up now, so which kind of makes you suspect that maybe that, like, there's some sort of grappling hook or like a double jump or something which lets us go back up there. But we don't have it now, so we have to kind of go this way. So the game kind of opens up a bit more once you get to this area. There's a bit more kind of emphasis on exploring. So we've kind of got multiple paths we can go down. Now, those things actually, I believe they will damage you if you touch them, so you want to kind of avoid them if you can. But I think the reason why I like this game is just the... Oh, I think we found a new item. Oh, what's this? Got the lightning gun. Oh yeah, so I've got to mention. So we've got lightning guns. So it actually uses energy. As you can see here, our energy bar goes down when we use it. But they are, the weapons that use energy are generally quite powerful. So they are quite handy, and the energy does kind of very slowly regenerate over time. But it's good to kind of save the energy for a boss fight usually, because you can decimate bosses quite quickly with the energy weapons. I forgot what I was going to say. I was going to say something, but I completely forgot what it was. No, it's completely lost it. Oh yeah, I know what I was going to say. Yeah, I like this game. I think there's kind of a few reasons why I like it. This is one of the merchants. You can see he's got stuff we can buy off him, but we haven't got enough for it. But I think the reason why I like this game is kind of a few reasons why. I think the first reason is that the game's just kind of very solid. It's kind of got a solid base. It's got like I said, the character here kind of moves very well. You get, let's call these things. I like the way it controls really well, and he's quite fun to play. And the combat is fairly satisfying as well. There's a decent number of enemies to fight. Let's just be something up here. There we go. So we've got a wave bomb. So I think that uses energy as well, I believe. Yeah, it does. So I think a combination of the kind of solid movement controls and shooting controls, and the kind of decent selection of enemies does make for a fairly satisfying. Fairly satisfying. No, I'm not going to go in there. Kind of shooting a platformer kind of experience. But also, each kind of playthrough is a little bit different, because although the game's obviously procedurally generated, there's a little health upgrade there. I noticed that there's sometimes there are items in the top left. But also, like I said, because each playthrough is a little bit different, it is fairly enjoyable to kind of play for multiple times. And obviously, like I said, you will obviously see certain things multiple times as you go. Like certain enemies will kind of pop up again, certain rooms will pop up again as well. Like this one, I've seen this room a few times, but it's kind of enough. Ooh, let's not run into that. Those spikes will drop down if you walk on them. There's enough kind of randomness to kind of make it interesting each time, and obviously every playthrough, we can actually get through. Oh, there we go, lightning gun. There we go, nice. And there's a But yeah, every time you kind of play through, you usually unlock like a new item as well. Like beating certain bosses will unlock new items and stuff like that. Ah, shit! So as a result, each kind of playthrough is a little bit different, you know. Oh, it's a boss. So as a result, I've kind of had a had a fairly decent time. I'll actually die here. I've not fought this one before. Careful not to die. It's actually used a lightning gun on it. Well, the lightning gun actually has a little bit of a kind of homingness to it. Oh, we don't have energy. Ah, no! Now we're dead. Okay, with some stronger weapons, you might be able to actually beat that. So now we die, we actually have to go back to the beginning here, as you can see. So I'll have another go. Okay, I'm back. I had a little bit of a interruption there. I thought my recording software had messed up, but it actually does sometimes where my recording software will start a new video file when you kind of reload a stage. So because we died there, the length of the video is reset to 0 and it started a new file. And I thought, what's going on here? But no, it has recorded. So I thought my recording had messed up there. We're going to have another little... fuck off, we're almost dead here already. It's already right at the very beginning. I'll have another run here, because that was not a... we made a little bit of progress, but I didn't get as far as I'd like. I've had better runs than that before on our previous playthroughs. As you can see, the enemies do drop health sometimes as well, which is quite handy, obviously. As far as I'm aware, it's the only way to heal up, from what I can tell, is by just killing enemies and getting health drops, but I could be wrong there. And we're actually almost dead already. No, we're dead. Fuck. Yeah, sometimes you just get unlucky. You do just die quite early. As you can see here, this is where obviously the kind of roguelike element comes in, and the procedural generation, where each time you do get a little bit of a different playthrough each time. But I've seen this area before, but you will see different rooms as you go through different kind of layouts, and you do get different boss fights as well. But I think for the price, obviously the game is only $10. I think this is well worth picking up, because I think you can. It seems like there's quite a bit of content here for the price. I think the store page said there's like 4. Oh, there's a health upgrade bar in there. So there's 4 billion different layouts, which seems a little bit. Yeah, we got the health up, nice. Yeah, 4 billion sounds like a lot, but maybe obviously there's like insane number of combinations or whatever. But I think this is like 50 enemies as well and something. So there's quite a bit of content there for your money. I could easily see getting several hours of playtime out of this, I think, easily. I'm not sure how long it is, but I've played for an hour already, and I feel there's sort of quite a long way to go. There's quite a lot that I haven't seen, and items that I've not seen and stuff, and bosses and all that. So yeah, that's. Let's go through this wall here. Let's go this thing. There's obviously it's not a lot that I've left to really cover. Really, there's a little bit. Obviously, being a roguelike game, there are obviously. Oh, you actually need a flamethrower to get through this door here. Obviously, as you kind of play through, you obviously unlock new elements as you go, and obviously new items and stuff. There is a. You don't always have to go back to the beginning when you die. In the previous playthrough, I actually found a little save room, which will. Ooh, what's this? Flamethrower? Yeah, okay. Which let you. The save room lets you have one retry when you die. So, the game isn't too punishing in that regard. There is a chance to. If you find one of those, obviously, let's give you a second chance. Which is obviously nice, especially if you get like a lot of items and stuff and a lot of upgrades. If you want to. It gives you a second chance to kind of keep them and have another little go. Okay, let's try and find that boss so we can get to the next area. I'm not really going to chance to drop the backtracking element yet, but obviously, as you unlock more items, you will be able to unlock more doors. Obviously, the rocket launcher unlocks certain doors, flamethrower can unlock certain doors as well, and all that kind of stuff. So, you will kind of come across areas that you can't pass, which later on, with a little bit more, more weapons and stuff, you will be able to get through them and go back. Ooh, I've not fought this boss before. Okay, let's use the flamethrower on it. You can see how the flamethrower is doing quite a bit of damage to the boss here. I'm going to let the energy regenerate a little bit though. Boss fights generally are pretty good, I'd say. The early ones aren't too hard. Oh, Okay, so you're actually splitting up into multiple parts. This happened on another boss as well that I fought. I'm gonna lose all that currency up there annoyingly. Ooh, nah, just missed it. Ah, there we go. So we unlocked a new item for later on, the power jump. Yeah, I thought there would be that in the game because there are certain jumps which are like really high and you can't you can't jump high enough. So that will be a nice item to get later on. We can actually backtrack and go to explore, but we'll carry on for now. Yeah, I've had quite a bit of fun with this game, kind of exploring and just seeing what it has to offer. So it's pretty good, to be fair. So I get hit by that thing. There we go. Now that I've played a bit of it, the repetition is starting to set in a little bit. I'm kind of starting to see, certain rooms pop up a lot and certain enemies. I've fought the same enemies a lot of times, multiple times now at this point. But like I said, it does kind of give you. The game is kind of well paced, giving you kind of a little kind of new nugget of gameplay. Because obviously on the next playthrough that we do, we'll have a chance of getting the power jump, which will be a new item which we can get. Let's kind of explore a little bit more as we go. And like I said, presumably here you have to use the power jump to jump up there, because at the moment we can't actually jump up there and we can't wall jump. So yeah, that gives a new bit of gameplay new little mechanic to play with, explore, open up more kind of exploration options for us. Yeah, there are like a lot of upgrades you can get as well. Like you can upgrade our blaster as well. We can get like a rate of fire up, and you can get all sorts of things. We've not really had a chance to really show off that much yet. You can get a this is the save room I was talking about. So if we save here, when we die, we'll actually come back to this room here. I think it's only one time per playthrough though. I think I'm not 100% sure on that, but I think that's right. Now I did get a little drone. So we can't actually get under here. I believe we need like a roll ability to get into here. Let's go this way. So you kind of start to see how the kind of metroidvania elements are kind of implemented into the game now. And obviously the map as well is quite good, quite an easy to read map. So you shouldn't have too much trouble getting lost. Now as for complaints against the game, I've got a couple. There was one of my early playthroughs I actually got stuck and couldn't progress. I'm not sure if it's my fault for being stupid or whether the game was just kind of broken. Because obviously as you go through, you unlock these new items. But I made it to one area which I just couldn't escape from, and I had to actually restart my playthrough just because I couldn't get out of this area. But it might just be because I didn't have the right items. I think possibly. Now there are some dark areas as well, which you can't see, but you can get a light, which will kind of light them up for you. Yeah, this is where the game starts to get a bit more interesting. Like so when you're kind of exploring, once you start getting upgrades and start exploring the kind of catacombs of the kind of the kind of depths of ooh, is that an upgrade? Oh no, the kind of depths of what this game has to offer. Let's get a bit more interesting. I have to hit that up there. There we go. Yeah, a robot named Fight is just a solid little game. I've got quite a bit of fun with it. Oh, what's this here? I've got the slide. Ah, there we go. I've not actually had this before. So I can actually slide under obstacles now. You can go back. Oh shit! There we go. Nice. Now, there's a time at the top, as you can see. I'm guessing there's like obviously a speedrunning element to the game. If you can beat it in a certain time. So if you're kind of into speedruns, I guess it kind of works, but not really, I suppose, because it's procedural. I guess there's no kind of real way you kind of have a fair kind of speed run, because obviously each playthrough is a little bit different. But it is there, I suppose. You want to kind of time yourself and see how fast you can kind of get through the game or whatever. I do quite like the way the game looks. Well, the game kind of really nails the kind of 16-bit kind of look that it's going for. And obviously, what kind of wants to look be like Super Metroid, and I think it kind of nails that quite well. I think. Now, what's in here then? I go slide into here. So this here? Ah, nice health upgrade, nice. So if you're into kind of metroidvania kind of games, this is quite a good one. Also, if you're into kind of roguelike games, this is quite a good one of there as well. And it's quite interesting to kind of see the two kind of mashed together, because as far as I'm aware, the two have never really been kind of mashed together before, as far as I'm aware. I could be wrong on that, but this is a really, really well done kind of mashup of the two kind of genres. I'm quite a big fan of it. What's this here then? Ah, fire upgrade. Okay, so there you go. Well, there's actually a boss nearby. Now, we missed a room up there, but we can't actually go up there, can we? Because it was too high to jump up, so I guess you have to go this way. So I fought this thing before. This boss is actually a bit of a pain to fight. Last time I fought him, I actually had a rocket launcher, which made him a lot easier to kill. This guy, when you deal damage to him, he spawns lots of little enemies. So you can see they're kind of coming off him, which are a bit of a pain to kill. And he will kind of split up into multiple blobs after as well. So hopefully the flamethrower should hopefully do the job though for us. Ah, piss off! Right, we have to get rid of here because we don't need to. Oh, they're actually stuck. That's good. Oh, look at health. Wait, there we go. I missed that one, but oh well. Let's kill that one. There we go. We'll get a bit of health. Okay, we should have to beat this one now. Kill this one. See, a little bit of a tricky boss, but not too bad, really. Decent upgrades, he's not too bad to beat, this one. Can I health upgrade if we can? Ah, get out of there! Oh. Actually, quite like the way the game sounds as well. The game has quite a decent soundtrack, but also the sound effects as well. Also, you're fighting these kind of gross monsters, but they do actually kind of have quite a kind of gross sound to them as well, which is quite nice. Let's kill this thing. You see here, you can see here, this boss is a lot more elaborate than the first kind of bosses that we were fighting. Right, he's going to split up again. Bit annoying. There's one left. Okay, let's take him out. That's that boss defeated. So there we go. So where do we go now? Oh, we can go down here, can't we? There we go, nice. What's this? I've had this before, I don't think. Oh, I've had this before, yeah. This lets you see in the dark. So if you go find a dark area, this will light that out for you. I'm not actually sure where to go now. To go back this way. Also, you will deal damage as well. When you get hit, it will send out kind of like a damage pulse, which damages enemies as well. Okay, we're looking at the map. We can either go up or down, I suppose. We could backtrack all the way to the beginning. One nice feature would be like maybe gets introduced later on, but like some sort of fast travel. You know, where you can obviously if you want to backtrack like quite a long way. We can't really do that at the moment. Now this just is like a dead end to me. Piss off. Of course, if we die, we can respawn, so we're all good in that kind of department in a way. So it doesn't actually matter that much if we die. But I will wrap the video up after this once we die, I think, because I think you kind of got the idea what this game is kind of all about. Oh, we can't actually backtrack too far because we can't get up there. There we go. Oh, so we get to here, we can't actually jump that high. I'm just trying to figure out where we have to actually go now. This is what happened before when I was playing, did a playthrough before, where I just got stuck and couldn't progress. There's nothing in here. But I think that might just be you need to unlock extra items. Like once you kind of unlock certain items, obviously now we unlock the power jump for the next playthrough. Obviously getting the power jump is obviously an item which will presumably let us jump higher up and get back up there if we needed to. Yeah, because obviously there's that room in the top right, which is too high. If we had a power jump, we could get up there. So I think we're actually screwed now, unless there's like a door up here. No. Yeah, I think we're actually screwed. I think we're actually screwed, which is a little bit weird, I suppose. But I don't think we can actually progress from this point onwards, which is a little bit weird. It'd be nice if the game actually kind of communicated that better. You know, like I said, you should probably restart now. Because I think we're actually stuck now. Unless I've missed something. Look at that health. There's nothing this way. Except there's a door. The map, you know, does a pretty good job of telling you where the kind of doors are, where you have to go. Yeah, this way's just a dead end, isn't it? But sometimes there are hidden passages there, like you can shoot out walls and stuff. And I think we're actually stuck now. I don't think we can actually progress any more than what we have on this playthrough. So that's a robot named Fight. Anyway, we'll leave it at that because you know, I think that's kind of enough for this video. I think you've kind of got a good idea what to kind of expect now, and I'd have to play through all the way again for you to get something interesting to see. You don't want to watch me play through this kind of early stages again. But that's a robot named Fight on Steam now for £5.24, so about $8 or so. $10 at full price for the sale. The launch promotion lasts until the 14th of September, so you've got plenty of time to take advantage of that. Developed by Matt Bitner Games. Honestly, I'm actually very impressed by just how much I've enjoyed this game. You know, looking at the kind of store page, I wasn't really sure how much I was going to enjoy it, but I actually had a pretty good time with it. I could actually, you know, carry on playing this for a few more hours, and you know, I'm enjoying just kind of oh, there's all the upgrades there you can get. So it's a speed upgrade as well by the looks of it. But I've been enjoying just kind of exploring, you know, doing a playthrough, unlocking new items, seeing what you know, kind of make a little bit more progress each time, and you know, just finding new stuff as we go. It's been quite fun. So yeah, I recommend this game. I think it's well worth the full asking price, and yeah, there's certainly a lot more as well which I haven't seen. Obviously, I need to keep playing to see it. I think that'll kind of wrap up really for a robot named Fight. Recommended by me anyway. So I've been Jacob. This has been a look at a robot named Fight. You can leave me a like, comment, dislike, subscribe. You can do all that bullshit that people say, and I'll see you in the next video. So bye for now. Bye!